Brought to you by Cool, the cigarette with the taste of extra coolness, that refreshing extra coolness you can taste when you come up to Cool Filter Kings. And now let's all play What's My Line? And now, from New York, let's meet our What's My Line panel. First, the popular columnist whose voice of Broadway appears in papers coast to coast, Miss Dorothy Kilgallen.
And on my left, headed for Las Vegas and the Sahara Hotel, a very amusing man, Mr. Buddy Hackett.
The charming and effervescent lady that I'm about to introduce, I said a effervescent, sparkling lady who is appearing in the Golden Theater in the wonderful show, Mrs. Daly, the beautiful Arlene Francis.
And now a gentleman who, as you all know, publishes a great many very, very good books indeed, is now to have one of his own published by somebody else. The title of the book is Laugh Day, and the man that compiled it is with us, as usual, happily, Bennett, Cerf.
I must tell you, on Friday, I was out in Tulsa, Oklahoma, helping to open the beautiful new Farmers and Merchants Bank. And the first person I ran into there was a gentleman named Herbert Moore, who used to be John Daly's headmaster at that famous Tilton school he's always talking about. So just for a joke, with all the people gathered there, I said, will all the people here who don't understand half the words this Tilton graduate, Mr. Daly, uses, please stand up. Well, you'd have thought they were playing the Star-Spangled Banner. And I said, don't feel badly about it. The panel doesn't understand half the words he says either. And here he is, our billion-dollar vocabulary boy, John Charles Daly.
Well, as I've told you, Bennett, Tilton School nestles up there in the New Hampshire hills in Tilton, and our influence is felt far and wide. It's good to have word of Herbert Moore, who was our headmaster, and to whom we owe a great deal. And I think probably that it was a saving grace for your trip to Tulsa that you ran into him. He would understand you, only because we know each other so well. Well, we've got a fall upon us. The air has begun to turn a little chill. The apples have turned red. The cider is being made, so we're going to do something different tonight. Get your blindfolds in hand and get ready to put them on. In fact, put them on right now. We're going to break most of the rules tonight and do a lot of what I hope you will find will be very interesting things with unexpected individuals and guests and occupations, all of them here to baffle this panel of ours. We're going to have two famous mystery guests before our panel. But right now, we'll meet our first mystery guest if the panel is already blindfolded. Are you all blindfolded?
Yes, sir.
Good, then will you enter, mystery guest, and sign in, please? All right. As you know, panel, when we have a mystery guest, we go to the other form of questioning, one question at a time, moving in turn, clockwise. And we will begin with Arlene Francis.
Would one see your name in lights on a movie marquee? What?
Well, now, you mean not necessarily right now. You mean...
No. Is that where one might see
where you might see the name in lights on a movie marquee?
Lassie.
Yes, Mr. Cerf.
Do I know you very, very well indeed?
That one I'll have to let stand. 1 down and 9 to go, Miss Kilgallen.
Well, I don't know what Bennett means by very, very well indeed.
I'll tell you later.
That's 2 down and 8 to go.
Assuming that... No, wait a minute. Assuming that we have eliminated Ginger Rogers. To whose wife,
To whose wife Bennett is married?
To Bennett's wife, she is related. That's all I can tell you. Is it
I
useless
think
for me
I
to
did
go
it
on?
again.
What? Are you a man?
Really? What a question.
Yes, Mr. Hackett.
Just a minute. Did he say
Just a
question?
minute. What did you say? Just a minute.
I know that voice.
Yeah, I know that voice, too.
That's the guy likes to imitate me a lot.
Yeah?
And he goes in the stage delicatessen and tells me how he flies airplanes.
Yeah?
And it's got to be Danny Kaye.
That's right.
He said the magic word, question.
No, Bennett said you'll never, ever do that to me again. Remember the
yes,
last
you do.
time
I
I
know
was here
you
because
well,
I
and
kept
you said
lying all the time.
That's right.
Bennett, did you have Danny in mind when you asked
No.
the question?
No.
No, I
And I do know him very well indeed.
Did you think it was Ginger? Might be
Yeah.
Ginger?
Yeah.
Is that what you thought?
Yeah, just like...
And just so everybody, what Dorothy meant was that Phyllis, Mrs. Cerf, is a cousin to Ginger Rogers, and therefore, when the negative answer went to Bennett's question, why Dorothy assumed immediately this ruled. How am I doing?
Oh, marvelous.
Yeah. I think,
Marvelous.
is it true that are you all stage door delicatessen aficionados?
Yes.
You
Oh,
and-
yeah.
Yes, I've been trying to get him in an
But
airplane
I go there more
now
often than him.
Yeah, I've been trying to get him in an airplane for 4 years, and he says, I got to work on my swing.
Danny, but let's talk about aeroplanes, because you're going to do some flying, if I read things correctly.
Just slightly.
Yeah, but how many cities? And well, but you tell the tale,
No,
because I
well,
think it's a wonderful flight.
This is the week of Trick or Treat for UNICEF, you know. And almost every year, I say something to the children about going out and doing the Trick and Treat for UNICEF. And this year, I thought maybe it might be a good idea if I went out and met some of the kids in the different key cities and the ones who were going to spearhead the whole campaign. And we got the notion of going to about 10 or 12 key cities in one day. So tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock at LaGuardia, we're going to have a press conference and the kids from the New York area with their little boxes, and we'll have the whole big pep talk for them. And I will meet them in person. And then I go to Philadelphia. And somebody said, how long will it take you? If we have to be in Philadelphia at 10:30, when do we have to leave New York? And I said, 10 after 10. Because I will be in Philadelphia, Washington, Cleveland, Chicago, and Denver tomorrow.
In your plane, you're going to fly.
No, a friend of mine, Bill Lear, put a Lear jet at my disposal.
Oh,
and so we're going to be able to have all these conferences at the airport, and I will cover, I think it's 12 cities in the day and then the morning of Tuesday, because I got to go back to work on Tuesday afternoon at 1 o'clock. So
Your show is Wednesday night on
Yeah.
CBS from 10 to 11.
Yeah.
You're going to have to be there for that?
no, we taped that.
You got that taped?
Yeah. And then Tuesday morning, I will be in Seattle, Portland, San Francisco, and Los Angeles.
Oh, wonderful.
Then I'll have a Coca-Cola, and then I'll go to work.
Oh, that's...
Sounds
Isn't
like
that
a lot of
marvelous?
kids are going to
Yeah.
be playing hooky.
No, I won't be playing hooky. I'm supposed
No,
to
not
be...
you, the kids.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, but in a good cause.
Yeah, when I played hooky, I used to have to bring my parents.
Yeah, when he played hooky, he went to baseball games. When these youngsters are playing hooky, they're going to be working for UNICEF.
But it's really exciting.
Oh, that's wonderful.
I'm hoping that the people who are listening, if they do have a chance to come with their children, the parents, if they'll come to these conferences at the airports, will meet them all and be able to spend a little time with them. And it's a miracle of the jet age, isn't it? To be able to leave tomorrow and go to Philadelphia, Washington, Cleveland, Chicago, San Francisco, Portland, Seattle.
I hope you
Denver.
don't have the miracle I had Friday night coming back from Tulsa. We were stacked up over Kennedy for about 3 hours.
Really?
It was a
It
terrible
won't happen.
With
Bad
this
weather.
airplane, you don't stack up. You go right
Come
through.
in
Go in
anyway.
right underneath.
Yeah.
But even more important, on Halloween Eve, when the youngsters come around for trick and treat for UNICEF, If Danny can make all of this contribution, I trust all of us can make a small contribution in the box.
It's a marvelous thing because the kids actually do save lives of other children all over the world, and I'm delighted and proud to be able to be a part of it.
Well, it's not strange to find you doing such noble things. Thank you and bless you. Well, panel, keep your blindfolds handy because you're going to need them right away again. We'll have another special contestant for you in just a moment after this word.
What kept you, Steve? Weekend skipper on a sandbar again. You through for tonight? Yes. Okay, I'll secure it, huh? Ooh, these cigarettes, too. Huh? These cigarettes. I don't know, they lost their taste. Well, maybe you got the wrong brand. Try one of mine. Cool, huh? Yeah.
Your cigarette's not tasting cool enough till you come up to Cools. With rich tobaccos, Cools white filter, extra coolness too. Taste extra coolness as you smoke. Let Cools come through for you.
Any better? Yeah. Tastes fine.
You'll be smoking Cools all the time once you come up to Cool.
Come all the way up to Cool and taste the most refreshing coolness you can get in any cigarette. Smoke Cool, Filter Kings.
All right, panel, the blindfolds are all back in place again?
Go on.
Good. Will you enter next challenger and sign in, please? We're going to let the audience in the theater and the audience at home know exactly what our guest's line is. Now, needless to say, you are blindfolded because we have every reason to fear that one or more of you might recognize our guest. We'll tell you that much. We'll also tell you that our guest deals in a service, but there is definitely a product very closely associated. And we'll begin the general questioning with Dorothy Kilgallen.
I would like to associate myself with a product first, please. Is this product something that would be used in the home?
Yes.
Is it something that, knowing me as you might casually from television, if not personally, you would think I would own?
Yes.
You have a beautiful speaking voice. Do you ever sing for records?
No.
1 down and 9 to go, Mr. Hackett.
What? If Dorothy was using this product and I came along and said, "Hey, Dorothy, could I have some of that? Would you advise me to take it from her?"
No. No, I think we would have to say no to that, buddy. That's 2 down and 8 to go, Miss
It's a
Preston.
lady's product, I bet you.
Since our guest is someone that one of us or all of us might recognize, is it possible that you have anything to do with the entertainment business?
No.
No, not in any strict sense. That's 3 down and 7 to go, Mr. Cerf.
Have you got anything at all to do with furnishing or replenishing things in a home?
No.
Oh.
Wait a minute. When you say furnishing or replenishing things in the home, do you have specific reference to furnishings, furniture as such, or are you speaking
I have
of...
either decorations or something that is used, some appliance that is used in the house.
Anything that any member of the normal household might use in day-to-day activity?
John, I can tell you're working up to a no.
No, I'm trying to give you a yes. I think if your term of reference is anything that any member of the household might use in day-to-day activity, with our guest's permission, I would say we'll give you a yes on that. Would that be all right?
Yes.
Would this object that is used be found usually in the same part of the house?
Well, we would agree that It is possible that at some period of its ownership, it would tend to be lodged in one place, but this would not rule out that it still could be found under other circumstances elsewhere in the house.
Well, would its principal home be the bedroom?
Would its principal home be the bedroom? That's a very interesting question.
No.
We would agree that and you stop me if you feel I'm wrong, because I'm kind of wandering around in the dark here. I would say that in the average home, it would not be unreasonable to consider that to the degree that this is lodged in one place for any reasonable period of time, the bedroom is a likely place, yes.
Has, therefore, your product got anything to do with beds or things that might be found in or on beds?
No. 4 down and 6 to go, Miss Kilgallen.
I really haven't a clue, but if I were at Yankee Stadium this afternoon, and I was, would I have seen you?
Did you go to Yankee Stadium this afternoon?
No.
That's 5 down and 5 to go, Mr. Hackett.
I guess Dorothy was going for that jet propel thing that a guy flies around with. Now, this product, more or less deducted, you can find a bedroom, and it's more for women than it is for men. Is that right?
That's right. Mm-hmm.
Is it something that a woman would use to keep her appearances, improve her appearances?
Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And you don't think I need any help?
No, we... no, we didn't say that.
Is this something that would be used above the waist?
Yes.
And would this be used above the neck?
Yes.
Yes?
Could be, yeah.
Oh, you mean it could be used other places, too?
Yeah.
It can be used other places besides just above the neck?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Is this something that is sprayed on in any way?
No. 6 down and 4 to go, Miss Francis. Going to give you 1 more minute.
Would this have something to do with the apparel? Clothes?
Yes.
Is it, in fact, clothes that you have to do with?
Yes.
Are you a representative not of American couture, but foreign couture?
Yes.
I know.
Would you say a little longer sentence than yes? Such as, Je suis enchanté de vous voir, or something like that? Are you French?
Je suis enchanté de vous voir.
Oh, I'm delighted.
None of that. What did he say?
He said, I think I could do a little something for Buddy Hackett, too. No, you are a French designer.
Right. Actually, I'm going to... Yes, I think so.
Fact.
Guess who it might be, though. I'm going to throw all the cards out.
Courage,
Beg pardon?
Christian Dior, Yves Saint Laurent.
Yves Saint Laurent, right. Actually, reading up a bit on the history, the remarkable history, at the age of 21, Monsieur Saint Laurent took over the house.
Let me ask you this. Why did I have to wear a blindfold? You think that I would know this fella?
We didn't think you would, but we knew Arlene and Dorothy would.
Don't you have a feeling that me and him and Phil Forster don't fit in together like that?
I would think. But we still feel he could do a lot for you if we could just talk him into it. Now, the thing that tickles me is that Mr. Saint Laurent is here because he has now broadened his horizons, and he is going to market a perfume which is pronounced E in America.
I have it already.
But you write it down Y.
Why?
So we're going to have to do an education thing. Is that right? You
Yes.
pronounce it E, but it's written down as just a simple
No,
Y.
it's pronounced Y.
It's pronounced Y.
Yes.
Not pronounced E. John, you want to start all over again?
Yeah, I got it all mixed up.
It's very late for me to speak English, you know.
Now, you do remarkably well. I knew you were concerned about that, but your English is extraordinarily good, and your understanding is.
Thank you.
Questions from this panel are difficult, but lots of success with the perfume, because you certainly have won all of the kudos that there are to win in the field of couture.
Thank you very much.
It's very nice to have you with us,
Thank you.
Mr. Saint Laurent. give it to me again. Arlene, the perfume is spelled Y,
Yes.
but pronounced E.
It's pronounced E. The French pronunciation of the letter Y is
pronounced
E.
E.
But I think in America we will be calling it Y,
we're
or
gonna
if you
call it
like
Y.
it, you might call it Why Not.
Why not? Good show. We'll meet another mystery guest in just a moment, but first, this message.
Do you still think the nicest thing about Suppose stockings is what they do for your legs? Well, just wait till you see what Suppose does for your ego. New Suppose sheerness. New Suppose colors. Do things for your spirits that shouldn't be kept waiting. Suppose stockings. Great for your ego.
And now, again, a special feature of tonight's rather special kind of program for which the panel has once again to be blindfolded. Please adorn yourselves, panel. Sorry about what it does to the hairdos, if it does anything at all. But if the blindfolds are all in place, are they?
Yes. Never get them off.
Will you enter Mystery Challenger and sign in, please? Again, to the other form of questioning, one question at a time, in turn, moving clockwise, and we will begin with Bennett, sir.
Have you ever been a member of this panel?
Yeah.
1 down and 9 to go, Miss Kilgallen.
No, was that?
That was a no. Mm-hmm.
Are you a performer in the arts?
Yes.
Mr. Hackett?
I detect a little bit of a French accent with you, too. Are you French?
No.
2 down and 8 to go, Miss Francis.
That was Yves Saint Laurent. You're one behind. Are you best known to us because of your work in motion pictures?
Yes.
Mr. Cerf?
Do you ever have the opportunity to sing in motion pictures?
Yes.
Miss Kilgallen?
Did you ever win an Academy Award?
Yes.
Mr. Hackett?
Did you win more than one Academy Award?
Yes. What do you want to be?
Yes.
I don't know. That's a
Miss Francis?
And you have had one of the most astonishing careers in the motion picture world. You've been in movies for some time.
Oh, sometime, yes.
And audiences adore you, and you are never without being received by cheers and ovations. Bette Davis.
Bette Davis. Arlene is right. It's impossible to paint the lily in this case. There's an extraordinary career of great successes and a new movie coming next month, The Nanny. And
yes.
It's your 77th?
Quite obviously so. I wouldn't be here, would I?
Well, we hope you would come without that.
Always when we have a movie.
Well,
we
I hope
use
so.
you, don't we?
We'd like to have you come without a movie.
Well, I would love that sometime.
But this is your 77th screen role, is it?
Well, I think it's really about 82.
About 82?
Mhm.
Oh, golly day. Well, 77 or 82, it's a remarkable history.
That I'm
of
alive is a miracle.
No,
isn't
it's
it?
a remarkable history of a great success. No, I must say that I feel in a sense that one of the joys I've shared in my not inconsiderable number of years is that I've always been able to share your talents because you were a star when I was in college, and you've been one of my stars ever since.
I thank you. For you, that's a great compliment.
And thanks very much for coming to see us.
Betty, it's the way you said yes that helped to give you away.
I'm trying to sound like the nanny very British. Didn't work.
Well, we promised you a lot of surprises on this first fall night, and we gave them to you, and I think you've responded with magnificence, so that I give you some congratulations, and we'll all be back after this word.
Step into a totally new kind of Fairlane. Fairlane 66. Reinvented. Never before a Fairlane like this. For the first time, a Fairlane convertible, GT model. Packing a 390 cubic inch V8. Deep down, still Fairlane rugged, Fairlane reliable. But what a beautiful difference for 66. See all 13 reinvented Fairlanes, hardtops, convertibles, sedans, and wagons at your Ford dealers now.
Well, it's been so much fun playing puzzles with my friends on the panel. It reminds me that I should again say that if any of you at home or our friends who've been good enough to join us in the theater tonight have the wish to apply to puzzle these experts with your occupation, the procedure is a very simple one. Send a snapshot, one that you can spare because there's so much mail it can't be returned. But send a snapshot and your name and your occupation and address it to What's My Line, CBS, 51 West 52nd Street, New York, New York, 10019. Now, don't address it to me. That just requires it be forwarded. Send it to What's My Line, CBS, 51 West 52nd Street, New York, New York, and the zip is 10019. Buddy, it's wonderful to have had you back with us on the panel.
Thanks very much.
Have fun out on the coast, because I know you're going away for a few months.
Yeah.
And good night, Miss Dorothy Kilgallen.
Good night, John. Where are the dresses for Arlene and me?
Yeah, the samples.
We'll look into it. We're going to take care of Buddy first, though.
Good night, buddy. Have fun at the Sahara.
Thank you very much. And I'll drop you a note into
Please do let me know how you're doing.
Good night, Arlene.
I think when Dorothy says to have fun at the Sahara, she better explain that that's not the desert that you're going to. It's a nightclub in Las Vegas.
I think everybody knows about it.
He's Lawrence of New York.
The last time my forefathers were in the Sahara, when Charlton Heston led them out of Egypt.
Good night, Bennett.
I thought I detected a soupçon of that E perfume on you this evening. Was that E that I...
No, then you better go back to Tulsa, Buddy. And thanks all of you for being with us on What's My Line.
What's My Line is a CBS television network production in association with Mark Goodson and Bill Todman. This is Johnny Olson speaking. What's My Line was brought to you by America's Total Performance Cars for 66. Ford, Fairlane, Falcon, Mustang, and Thunderbird.